Sabbath, peace. Uh, took me a minute to decide to do this video. Like I shared with you guys, I don't make videos because I just come up with a bright idea and all of a sudden start just talking. Because that'll get you something. For your future people who want to teach on these videos and try to come up with your thoughts, just be mindful. If you're speaking personally, just know that your own words will become a weapon against you. So you might not want to say anything personally, but use it in a universal sense, where nature, where there's the universe, nature, the earth, and everybody on the planet identify with it, so it doesn't seem like you're greater or less than, but it becomes an equal plane. So in saying that, dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the peace this day. We thank you for the quiet and stillness in our hearts and in our minds. We thank you for the tentativeness to be able to hear your calm voice and to hear the secrets that you place in our hearts. And we thank you for the access to the wisdom. We thank you for giving us new thoughts, new experiences. And we just, so we pray
Get
that
down.
Y'all protect the people who support the truth as they go to a destination. And those
Too big, man. You're not a puppy.
Give them a chance to define themselves.
You weigh 70 pounds. Yeah, well, you heavy.
I see, thank you. Selah. The unseen realities, and I forgot the name, what I named it. This is what this means. Now, we're going to go to scripture because it's the Sabbath, and so we're just going to use some examples. I have it listed under demon, or we use devils, we use ghosts, spirits, gods, goddesses. But you never really see these things. I don't know if you're anything like me. When somebody says I'm a god, and you're looking at them physically, you're like, okay, pull a rabbit out your butt. Whatever the case may be, you want to see these things. A spirit. People are looking for certain spirits. Ghosts and demons and angels. People are looking for this thing with these set of eyes, with these senses, and it doesn't work. So we're going to go into the Quran, we're going to go into the Bible, we're going to go into the Gita text, and we're going to go into Google, and then we're going to go into other people's life experience. So we have a four-base foundation that a pyramid is built off of. So there's a difference between a triangle and a pyramid, okay? When people putting up triangles and all that, just understand there's only three base. The pyramid is four base. So we're going to use this pyramid, we're going to build this foundation, this pyramid, so your pineal gland, I like to speak of, with your third eye can sit on top and look down on this whole thing. So we're going to have scripture, we're going to have Gita text, we're going to have testimony of people, we're going to have video of people, and we're going to have Google. We're going to have a lot of other things to solidify what we're talking about. So it'll make sense from heaven, nature, earth, to you and me when it's applicable. And we can have the experience, and we can go get the experience now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but you can get this experience now. Now, I warn you, when you start tapping into the unseen, when you begin to inquire of the unseen, all those things that are physical and seen does not compute. Okay, so some of you may be open electronically, metaphysically. A lot of common words is used spiritually, and so you're more prone to see or experience the unseen realities that people take for granted, and they blame it on God, Jesus, the devil, things of that nature. It could be a lot of things. So we're going to take the scripture first. This is King James Version.
Get down.
And the Apocrypha in it. We'll start with this. When you become of the unseen reality, you live in the unseen reality meaning. This is what this means. When literally close your eyes and navigate through life and see things, right? And it's reality. Like I'm looking, like I'm talking to you right now, and I'm seeing something else. But even though my brain is still here in the scene, my mind is over in the unseen, which is my thoughts, my intentions, my motivations, the past, the future. These are the things that are unseen. And so to make this present, now I got to pull all those things and all those resources from around my galactic thought and my celestial thought and all the different parts of my pineal gland and my brain power. I have to bring it so it can be seen. So this is what's going to happen when you begin to exercise that which is there. When you begin to be aware of the unseen that's all around you, even right now as you're watching this video. There are so many things around you that you can't see. It would freak you out. But this is what happens when you start to tap into this. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. You're going to mourn. Why? Because when you see the things that are happening to people and what's causing them to do it, by nature, if you are a spiritual person, a spiritual connected person to the universe and to the earth, you naturally become sad, like a plant without water. See, a human being without positivity, without goodness, without proper mental health care, you become bent over, you become hunched over, you become sickly, you become negative, you become complaining, you become problematic, you become all these things that you say that you don't like, you become that. And so you can't see. Ooh, man, I got a major, thank you, praise y'all. You become that scene that was once unseen in yourself. And then when somebody tell you that they're seeing this in you, but you don't see it in yourself, you become standoffish. Who you typing to? You telling, I'm this and I'm that, and you know, I'm a grown ass, my tongue father, I'm a grown man, I'm a grown woman, or you, but they don't see it. And so they mourn, but they shall be comforted when they see it. So we're there to comfort them, those of us who are advanced in the unseen realities. Thus, there's some things that people who've been watching my video that y'all see that I don't see. And so if I'm in error, that's why I made the video, am I in error? If I'm in error, then tell me what I don't see so I may be aware of it. So when I'm in the unseen, then I'm comfortable with it. And we're comfortable with each other, and so that trust and line of communication become solid. Psalms 139:24. And see if there be any wicked way in me, see, and lead me in the way everlasting. This is Solomon writing this. And see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. Now, I didn't even read that. We just said that right now. See what the unseen reality does? It's fluent. And it's not personal. And this is the truth. I didn't read it. I didn't have anything to do with nothing. I just had to be willing to be part of the unseen reality that is not personal to me, you, my religious preference, my sexual preference, whatever. But what is on my heart desire will keep me locked in or locked out of the everlasting. Because the everlasting has rules and regulations that no matter who you are, you can't get into it. And just because you don't see it doesn't give you an excuse to think that you can just walk on in and say, well, I didn't know. Well, you should have asked somebody, or you should have been inquiring or investigating, that maybe new questions would have popped up, and maybe you got new answers, a new way of life. Because these are the things that are unseen realities. The unseen realities is there's a lot of questions out there that need to be answered, but since you don't want to know the question, let alone search for the answer, then that which is unseen is not even real to you. Thus, there is no devil, there is no God, there is no ghost, there is no demon, there is none of this. But for some reason, in the back of your mind, you wonder, damn, if I'd have known this would have changed. Well, the reality is, you're your own devil. You're your own demon, and you can be your own angel too, by practicing the laws of gravity and laws of attraction things that have laws and principles that are universal. Once again, we always say oak tree and a pine tree don't argue, they don't competition, they don't do none of that. They just do each other. They just do what they're created to do, and they make the whole picture in the forest, or the whole picture in the valley, or the whole picture in the jungle beautiful. And they provide shelter and food for the animals and the birds, and it just happened to be. And these are the unseen realities. But those who don't see it, they become. There's the next run. Psalms 94:3. Lord, how long shall the wicked triumph? Another unseen reality. See, people don't know that they're wicked because they haven't been exposed to that reality. They think it's good. They think that being wicked and being a backbiter, being a whoremonger, whether it's male or female, wearing colorful hair, having booty shots, having penis shots, they don't know that this is wicked, and so they're in triumph, and they don't understand that unseen reality. And some of us are just too much of a coward who is in that seen reality, that unseen reality, who embrace that unseen reality, and we're too comfortable behind our desk and the way we make money. And so by not saying nothing, we become just as wicked as them, even if it's me. See, we don't make these videos without talking if it's me too. Remember, it goes back to Lord, how long shall the wicked, excuse my tongue, where'd it go? What happened to it? I know what just happened to it. Okay, we'll go on with it. We'll go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 12. Their wives are foolish, and their children are wicked. Now, remember those videos I have made about knowing when the white women always got to talk when men are talking? You remember when we talked about, sisters, if you want a man to respect you, then we need to see how you're raising your children, whether the man is around or not. That it still comes out of you, it still reflects off of you. And here, Wisdom of Solomon, I'll let you see it. I know it's too close. The wives are foolish and their children are wicked. Now, this is before me and you was born. This is before Christianity or Islam. So this is really like nothing new. This is an unseen reality today that the woman and the child, which we have homosexuality and all these things going on black crime, and all these things that we are exposed to, it's an unseen reality. You say, well, hold on, Jose, you just said that this is what we're going through. But you only seeing it with these eyes, but you're not seeing it with your spiritual sight, which is the unseen, because spiritually, if you've seen it, you change it. And where we come from, you do what you know. If you don't know, you would do it. That's just flat out. Somebody say, well, I know this already, I know that.
Get the case.
You're looking at it, you say, well, why ain't you doing it? We do what we know. We say what we know. And we say it with confidence, not in arrogance. But if it's not right, then bring 2 or 3 more witnesses and information that I don't see, so I can be seen, so it can be known my error, or it can be known of your error or our error. Then that reality becomes evidence. Say, hey, you know what? Now I need to change it, because now what is unseen is seen. Spiritually, the heart, the soul, that keeps us moving and saying something out of our mouths. Let's go to another one. From Proverbs 21:12. The righteous man wisely considereth the house of the wicked, but Allah, which is the word God, because I don't like the word God, I just use the word Allah. Allah overthroweth the wicked for their wickedness. Once again, this is before Christianity, Islam, all this religious and all these things that we live in today. We're talking about the present. We're not talking about yesterday. We're not talking about tomorrow. We're talking about right now, as we're watching this video, as we're listening to what's going on in the background of our TVs. This is right now. We don't talk about yesterday. We don't talk about tomorrow. We talk about present. What is our unseen awareness right now? Are we aware of what we cannot see spiritually right now? And the wise man considereth the wicked. And that's what these videos are about. Because when I watch and I read other people's posts and I see other people do videos, I'm considering that, and I'm watching these things that they don't see. And yes, we are supposed to judge our brothers and sisters out of truth, integrity, righteousness, and most important, love. And make a strong fist for harmony's sake. Boom. And then we can give those lies and those false doctrines and things uppercut in the belly, you know what I'm saying, rabbit punch too. And we're kicking the balls. We're trying to feed us this stuff over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, we'll go to Maccabees. Our people who's not familiar with Maccabees is in the Apocryphas, meaning lost books. It should be in your Bibles, in the Quran and stuff, but it's not. And they put their sinful nature, wicked men, and fortified themselves wherein. Do not people do that right now? With these eyes, with this tongue, with this nose, with these fingers, but not the spiritual eye, and the spiritual nose, and the spiritual tongue, and the spiritual ears that is unseen physically. When once again, we're talking about the unseen reality. Those of us who are well groomed in that, we have to just stop being scared of our gifts. You ever be sitting down somewhere and all of a sudden you feel something, a small wind blow past your back? You ever feel a small wind blow like across your face? Or you get that chill or that goosebumps? That spirit is real. This is the energy that was housed before you got this body. This thing here, it's called a carcass or a carcase. That's where the word car come from. Because the soul needed a car, a vehicle, which is the body. The soul drives the body where it goes, where it wants to go. The eyes is the windshield. The eyelids is the windshield wipers. You know, because you have to clean the dust off the eye, you know, so you can see. You can crash into stuff, or bump into walls. You know, boom. The heart's the engine. The voice is the horn. Hello, hello, hello. Excuse me. How you doing? We love you. Peace. Good day. You see what I'm saying? Bah, 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 bah. See, a lot of people didn't see it that way. Because we will bring the unseen to the seen. Bring the heaven to earth. Flesh. Heaven mentally, earth, flesh. So that's seeing the unseen. That's what this video is about, remember? So, now in this carcass that we live in, there is something that fuels the carcass called the spirit. Can't see it, you can't lock it down, can't do nothing with it. What makes that spirit so beautiful? Me personally, if I had to say personally, that it doesn't live in personalism. The spirit doesn't bother about what's yesterday and what's tomorrow. The spirit deals with now. It's the spirit.
Wait.
Help me, Father. Let it be your will, not my will. For your will be done. Lend us your spirit and your wisdom to teach us and guide us, that you may be glorified. Selah. We'll go to scripture. There is Isaiah 48:22. There is no peace, saith Yah, unto the wicked. So a person who has no peace is not living in the spirit. Why? Because it's personal. Oh, well, you got to do this. You got to be that. Well, what part of who are you talking from? You talking from your spirit, or you talking from yourself? We have to understand when we're being appreciated or when we're being greeted. Or they're talking from the spirit part, the impersonalism, or they're talking from the personalism, or we responding to it from a personal part or an impersonal part. And ego deals in the personal thing, believe it or not, brothers and sisters. Wisdom of Solomon 14:7. For blessed is the wood, thereby righteousness cometh. I don't have time to elaborate on that one. That was something that would take some time to deliver. We're going to another one. I put in there demon, and so it didn't come out too much. We got another psalm that says, the wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. Why is it that the wicked wants to slay the righteous? Have you ever asked yourself? So I heard somebody posted the good guy dies young or the good guy finished last. When has we become okay with that? When has it been okay to accept that cliche as the norm? Oh well, since everybody else always said the good guy always finish last, it's just the fact that because he's a good guy and he should finish last. How come the good guy can't always not be in a race at all? How come he just can't be good? How come he just can't be righteous and be left alone? Why do he always have to finish first, last, second, this? The unseen reality, the programming of this physical reality. All right, we're going to get at it. We want to share that with those who's watching using the scripture. We're going to go into the Quran. All right, I'm going to type in. Get to it. I have many other books as well. So you see, got the Quran up. I'm going to type in spirits. I should type in unseen. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Unseen. Boom, see what come up. Oh, wow. Wow. Check this out. Y'all see it, right? I know y'all see it. Let me see. Unseen. Up here up top, you see it in what you call it letters. Unseen. And see, what's so beautiful about this is that any of you can do this right now. Just take one word, whatever comes to your mind when you wake up in the morning after prayer, making your dua, salat, whatever it is that you call it, brothers and sisters. This is not strictly for me or anybody special. Anybody, you can do this right now. This is one thing I like to not pride myself, but I like to pride our teachings and our sharings with, is that any of you, no matter what color skin, no matter what religion, your sexual preference, whether you're a drug addict or not, whether you drink or not, whether you're a grand sheik or not. Because what disgusted me, I heard something else, man. And I'm not picking on a dude. I'm not going to bring their name up like that because I don't get down like that. But I got to bring up the sin. We can forgive the sinner, but we got to bring up the sin. How can you talk about a person sitting in the bar, whatever it is that's in their life, going to say, well, you can't be a teacher or you can't be this if you smoke cigarettes, weed, or drink? If you've met as many as people as I've met, you'd never ever say that ever out your mouth again, brothers and sisters. I'm sharing with you right now. Because that person that may be a drug addict or a whore for the day may pair up to be that very same angel tomorrow or next year that got some words for you that's going to save your life. So don't spit in the next person's face and poop on the next person's plate because they in the bar chilling, minding their own business, because you don't know what they're going through. Remember, this is about unseen reality. Just because you see a person in the hood or in the bar or amongst millionaires and this and that. Don't assume that everything is hunky-dory, or don't assume that everything is bad, or don't assume that everything, that one person trying to be drunk, or that person trying to get high, or trying to have sex. It might be that that person is in the midst of all that because the Most High, who is the unseen master of all things that are seen and unseen, thought and unthought of, heard and unheard, spoken and unspoken of, may have them there to save a life that you was too much of an effing coward to go yourself. Don't you ever post that again. And I pray the Most High this day and all the angels and demons are the Solomon's prayer, the keys that open up the abyss of all these things judge you this day. Don't you ever, 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 ever demise people's process or where they got to go. Because you never know. You never, ever, ever, ever know. Some people who've been there, because they have been there, they have to go back to pull somebody out. See, this is the unseen realities that you pompous MFers don't realize. See, you people who have never drank a drink, you people who have never smoked a cigarette, you people who have never smoked a joint, you people who have never smoked crack, who have never shot dope, who has never did none of that stuff, you are the weakest link. You know why? Because you're not strong enough to overcome and to go back and get people out the epidemic that's been caused around people before they was even born. Some people are part of that epidemic because they was born into it, because their mothers and their grandfathers were drugs and alcoholics and was diseased by their spirit and by their blood before they was born, like crack babies, and that they had to get this new information so they could get out of it. And you sit here behind your podium with your 5 stars and all this crosses and all this, and you want to condemn people, you want to judge people with an unrighteous judgment, with an unholy judgment, as if you have been there and done that and do not have the experience to even say nothing about it. Shut the up and let us do our work who had the experience to do it. And if you don't like what we do, then do better then. Let us see you come down to the bottom of hell, in the depths of hell, in darkness, in the abyss of evil hearts and minds of men, and shed light. And then go back to your congregation and not want a damn drink or a cigarette, because you yourself have seen the atrocities and the sorrows and the pain in the eyes of children and men and women who was born into this suffering that have no way out unless men like me go there and say, go this way. Don't follow me, but go this way. Point to the light, like Elijah Muhammad did when they wanted to say, well, we want to worship you. And he said, no. Where is you pointing at? Elijah Muhammad pointed to Allah. All the prophets point to the Most High, Yahweh. They don't point to their religious. They don't point to themselves. They don't point to the grand sheep. They don't point because they're the Pope. They don't point. That's nothing. Matter of fact, you are the devil yourself. And like I talked to my E-man today, he said if the devil is not talking about you, then you should be worried. So to all you devils that are talking about me, thank you. Because I'm glad I'm not welcome in your home. I'm glad I'm not welcome into your temples. I'm so glad that you don't want me around you. And we're glad that you don't want people like me around you. Because now we know who you don't like, we can take them and start beginning to build a new heaven and earth. Not the one that you got to die and go to and go through all this and go through all these rituals and drinking blood and giving up all your money and not being human. Who in the hell want to go to an unseen world, create an unseen reality and not be able to enjoy their carcass that they was born in, called your human body? Unseen reality. Remember, we were talking about that. So let's get to the Quran since we were brought up Elijah Muhammad. May he rest in peace. Peace. Let's get into this. Al-Baqarah. We'll read that. I don't know if you can see that clearly. Hope you can see it on my screen. I don't know. But we're going to read it. Those who believe in the unseen and keep up prayer and spend out of what we give them. Now, ain't that what the Bible just said in different ways in Psalms, in Solomon? Now, this is before Islam, the Solomon thing, before Christianity. And now, this is written before Islam again, but this is a Muslim talking. Those who believe in the unseen and keep up prayer and spend out of what we have given them. Who is we? Who is he talking about when he say we? Y'all don't call him crazy. There's no so-called Islamists say Muhammad crazy when he said the unseen keep up prayer and spend out of what they gave them. But as soon as men like me say it, we crazy. Oh, there ain't no heaven, there ain't no devil. Okay, no problem. We got you. There's another one. Al-Imran, verse 44, Surah 44. There is an announcement relating to the unseen, which we revealed to you, and you were not with them when they cast their pens to decide which of them should have. Hold on, let me read the whole thing. And it go right here, we'll read the whole thing. And it goes into the New Testament, through the scriptures. This is the announcement related to the unseen, which we revealed to you. Who is we? Who is we? Who is he talking about when he say we? And when we reveal to you, who is you? Who is the we and who is you? Who is these people and where are they? Now. We ain't talking about back then, we're talking about now. And you were not with them when they cast their pens to decide which of them should have Miriam in his charge, and you were not with them when they contended one with another. When the angel said, O Miriam, surely Allah gives you good news with the word from him of one whom named the Messiah, Yeshua, son of Miriam, worthy of regard to in this world and the hereafter, and those who are made near to Allah. And he shall speak to the people when in the cradle, and when of old age he shall be one of the good ones. He didn't say one of the best. He didn't say one of the grand sheiks. He didn't say one of the Islamists. He didn't say one of the Christians. He didn't say one of the backbiters, one of the wicked ones. He didn't say none of all that stuff that we try to put on other people. He just said one of the good ones. Simple. Let's find another one. Let's go. This is getting fun now. See, because the truth is going to convict some folks as they read, as they get to actually get to this thing. Let's find another one. Let's go a little deeper. This Joseph Yusuf. Arad, because I'm not good with my what you call it,